Hello, hello. Welcome to Bunny Love 444. This is Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine messages from heaven for our earth signs. This is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Okay, so let me get the welcome message and we'll get things rolling here. And like I said, when we're doing channeling from our crossed over kindred loved ones from heaven, we ask Atakiashi, which is the ancestors, who are coming through, our kindred loved ones, to give us the messages that are needed for the healing. And to do that, like the last video, we did the water signs. So we had the water for the conduit, as well as the copper, and the chakras for the balancing of the conduit, with the selenite for the auras, for them to visually come through and to be able to see. But on a very spiritual level, we do the grounding. So for the earth signs, we have the feng shui, which is, we've got the plant right here for the feng shui, and we are going to use the feng shui earth, okay, because the earth is the 14 grasses that depict, like water is the sea breeze, but we also use for that, because for the water signs we use the heart chakra, right? And for the earth we're using the 14 grasses, because naturally it is about planting the seeds and about being able to talk to your loved ones. So we will use the feng shui on that one. We will also have the white sage. I got it all over my hands. The white sage, the cedar, the juniper, and the palo santo. Okay, so that will help us in the grounding of it. I'm letting anybody and everybody know that spiritually, if you're not on that type of level, don't do something that you don't know too much about, because you could call in lower energies, you could call in and have some real trouble. So spiritually, if you are not awakened to the highest ascension level of being able to do this, I don't recommend people doing it. I'm not there stopping anybody. It's people's free will. I'm just saying, on a spiritual level, it could put you in harm's way. Okay, so we'll wait for people to get in here, and in the meantime, we are doing the feng shui 14 grasses for the earth signs, which is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Okay, so we'll get that in place. Get our white sage going, because I have the cedar, the juniper, and the sandalwood going. Like I said, it's a great protection for all of us. And we have the eagle feather, which is seeing things from a higher perspective, and we have the hawk feather, which is the clarity. Okay, so then we'll get the palo santos. And I don't choose how long the videos are, it's the channeling that comes through. And on some of the channeling, like I said, I use my discernment on some of the things that they say and how they say it, because I'm not going to violate any terms and conditions, because some of the crossed over loved ones could be earthbound, which they're stuck here because there's things that they need to finish. Okay, so we'll get that going. And like I said, with them all going, it's going to come into what we need to know. So first we're going to start out with the green oracle. We'll give 7 shuffles. Now, when I went and grounded myself after doing the channeling from the water signs and the kindred loved ones and the messages that they conveyed, which there was a lot of messages that came through, I saw outside, first of all, it's the good omen with the woodpecker, okay? So that is saying that things are coming to light. But I also saw 11111, which is the angel representation of, here's God's gracious blessings when it comes to channeling the crossed over loved ones. It's a lot to do, and the highly anointed and the ones God has given the authority for the healing to be able to convey these messages is very strong. I also saw the synchronicity 133. Okay, and 133 is just coming in and saying that the love is being sent from your angels, because your kindred loved ones, you know, are part of the angelic team now. They're part of your guides and everything, and they're wanting to let you know, because love is the pure essence of your soul, and that's why they're coming through with the synchronicity 133. It's you as the angelic being getting messages from the master teacher, which is God himself, that is bringing through the kindred loved ones to convey the messages. And when you break it down in the angel mastery, it's all about the God force. He anoints and gives the authority, to certain people to have this skill, knowing that they're utilizing it for the higher good of healing. Okay. So like I said, if you're not familiar with it, ascend your spiritual gifts before you go and do something like that, because it could be detrimental and harmful to you. All right, so what do we need to know for the earth signs? Woo, they ain't holding back. Yeah, right, the heat. Okay, we have the heat and sustainability. Okay, so when these two come out, it's about planting your seeds. It's about them saying, being able to ground yourself, seeing the fruits of your labor. I'm also hearing there's a gentleman coming through, and he's going like this, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I used to, from sun up to sundown, be a farmer of a wheat field and a bean field, and it's a lot of hard work. And he said, I used to have my grandchildren come in and do it. And he said, since me and Ma, he calls his wife Ma, since me and Ma have passed on, the kids really, they don't come to the farm like they used to. Okay. Yeah, it's also saying somebody needs to be efficient because you've been going without food. Okay. You need to ground yourself. Fasting is a great way to connect deeper with God. When you can fast, but don't fast to where it puts you in harm's way. Okay. So for whoever that resonates with, I'm just letting you know that your ancestors are telling you, fasting and stuff is good, but make sure you're not overdoing it health wise. Okay. And the world around me, okay, they want you to see the beauty in everything. This also came out in the water signs, but this is your divine path. Because yeah, they're showing me, look, you've planted your seeds, you have healing that is going on, that is taking place. We're like a beautiful bouquet of flowers. We come in all different shapes, colors, and sizes. We are supposed to have that unity together. And you see how the juniper trees are right here. Okay, 11 juniper trees, that's the divine path, right? And the tree is that we're all deeply rooted and grounded in this beautiful life together. Okay, and when it's showing all the colors, because you have red for the root chakra, you have orange for the sacral chakra, yellow for the solar plex chakra, green for the heart chakra, you have dark blue for the throat chakra, you have the light blue for the third eye, and you have the indigo or white for the divine. Okay, for your crown. They're saying for your crown. Again, confirmation, they're showing it being balanced, being loyal, and being balanced to God and to your ancestors coming through. Okay, because this is what is causing great harmony, creating memories, happy memories. And these happy memories will bring new beginnings. But the thing is when they're showing me this, okay, so somebody has put a stop to their loving heart. Somebody has put their emotions into a box, and their throat chakra is almost like a loudspeaker or like a speaker. But spiritually, what it's talking about is you being able to use your third eye and ground yourself and speak your truth. Well, it's also saying that, you know, stop with the sexual pleasures, okay? Stop misusing your temple. Use the divine communication, because emotionally it's going to be getting people attached to where they don't want to be attached. When I see the red, it's being deeply rooted and grounded and balancing your logic mind and your heart together for the spiritual enlightenment, because you need to put everything in its own place according to the divine will of what God is wanting. So that's for somebody. Okay. What else do we need to know, Father? What else do we need to know? Yeah. Okay. So when it shows me this is very significant, because we are going through different cycles, right? We are going through different cycles. And yes, life is a mystery. The life cycles, though, is we are all deeply rooted and grounded, but we must prune the branches that are no longer bearing good fruit, right? We have to be able to break that cycle, because if we're standing strong with God and we start noticing that the people we're around is pulling us down instead of flourishing us and making us go better, and we're not bearing any fruit, we have to prune and get rid of them people and get rid of them branches, right? So that we can plant new seeds, because this life is a mystery. We have to go through the change and transformation to stay deeply rooted and grounded to the creator, right? That's the creator who is bringing it. And it all comes down into our environment. The thing is our souls are like our environment. We have to nurture it. We have to go with the flow of things. We have to follow God's divine plan. And we have to see the beauty in everything that he has co-created, because what he has co-created is the masterpiece, right? And when we don't go through that change and transformation, he says we're like the rough draft, but it's like we go through the rough draft, but we are the final copy when we awaken to who we are and spiritually see the beauty in everything, right? And this is him protecting us, because being deeply rooted and grounded with him, this is the juniper trees, okay? This is being deeply rooted and grounded with him to make these changes and transformations that are within us, and to get on the life cycles of where we need to be at, right? Okay? Because like I said, everything has meaning, okay? Every animal, every tree, and like the incense where he had me light the earth sign, feng shui, okay? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. It's 14 grasses that are hand wrapped in this beautiful incense, okay? And the thing is like the lemongrass and the yin yang and all of them come into play of the connection, because we're deeply rooted and grounded with that harmony more than we know by certain smells, because God has his favorite smells of frankincense and myrrh, okay? And the thing is look, Mother Earth comes out, and it's about nurturing our soul. We're at peace, we have joy, we have harmony, we have happiness, knowing that we're bearing good fruit, okay? And we're helping people around the world. We're helping people around the world. Yeah, because when it shows me South America and Africa and North America, it's showing me helping people around the world to awaken to who they are, because it's your own free will to awaken. You can choose not to awaken, and you can choose to have the most corrupt, non-dysfunction, the most dysfunctional, corrupted life as a sinner. But in order to do that, Mother Earth Gaia wants you to trust and believe. Some of you could be seeing 33, which is the master teacher coming in on the divine path, saying in order for you to have your new beginnings, you need to trust and believe in the stability of the enlightenment that God is bringing you, because he's turning up the heat now. He's turning up the heat now. And when he's turning up the heat for you to go through these changes, because if you didn't want to go through these changes, he says, listen, now I'm going to show you, you are going to go. You are going to go. The sunflowers, they all produce sunflower seeds, right? And the thing is he wants you to plant new seeds. He doesn't want you to be stuck and stagnant. He wants you to move forward. He wants you to be able to be deeply rooted and grounded and be able to communicate with God himself, because the white or the indigo is about the crown chakra. It's about the communication with our crossed over loved ones, with God himself. Okay, what else do we need to know, Father? What else do we need to know? Yeah, okay. Again, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This could be January babies, I'm hearing. Okay, something could have transpired in January that put you in kind of a hardship where you felt left out in the cold because you were coming into a much more grand ascension in your evolution, because you thought being at the highest level, God showed you, oh no, there's many, many, many more realms of higher ascension levels. And when you've hit almost all the realms to open up to be able to communicate, this is where it starts getting interesting. I'm hearing it starts getting interesting because the life cycles get more intense. Yeah, look, here comes the earth sign again. Confirmation. This is your abundance. This is being able to say that no matter you being in isolation in January, I'm hearing, no matter that you got thrown into isolation, you know that life is a mystery. And if you see the plants right behind here, the plants that are growing, God has provided everything because he is your foundation. He is your protection. Okay. And he's helping you sustain this ability to trust and believe. So if you see 313, okay, that's coming in with the God force saying that he's helping you through these different cycles, coming into these new levels that you didn't know that was available to you, because God is the master creator. Okay, what else do we need to know? Yeah, very, very beautiful. Look at me being in this pristine, loving environment, being able to walk the journey. It doesn't matter, because he wants us as a child into, the teenager, into the adult, into the elderly. He's saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long it takes us to get to this pristine kingdom. He wants us to be able to follow him, because he will be the pillar of strength. We are deeply rooted and grounded, and he's wanting you earth signs to stay grounded. Okay, he's wanting you to see the environment that you're in. There's something significant to the environment that you're in right now is not the divine path for you. Okay, so you need to heal yourself. I'm hearing you need to heal yourself, but the environment that you're in is something that geologically he's moving you from. Yeah, because you're too nurturing, and so many people have taken you for granted, and they're not paying attention to the signs and synchronicities. You've planted your seeds there, you have given the communication, you've given the messages, but you're staying deeply rooted and grounded and still nurturing everything while you're listening to the divine guidance. Yeah, and the spiritual enlightenment. This is all about the stability. You've created the stability there, whether they want to believe it or not. Look at, here's the 14 different colors of grass. I'm hearing Kentucky bluegrass for somebody. Kentucky bluegrass. That's a very thick, plush, dark green looking beautiful grass. Okay, give me just a second here. I've got to go and get a drink. Okay. And the thing is with this one, I claim what resonates with me as well, because I am an earth sign. I am a Capricorn, and I'm deeply rooted and grounded to Mother Earth Gaia. And I do a lot of reflection on this too when some of the messages come out pertaining to me. because there was people that tried to hold me back. There was people that tried to take my harmony, that tried to take my bliss, and they took the loyalty that I had and they took it for granted. The thing is they thought they could stop me when going through my situation and, making me homeless after I helped 13 of them. The thing is victory, victory. God never lets his children suffer. And guess what? They thought they were going to leave me in that situation, but I got a brand new home that's coming, a brand new home. It's all coming into play. So, yeah, and he's having me speak this to you. He wants me to say, I bless you in the name of God, and I ask for all the guidance that shows me what I cannot see and confirm what I already know, and help me that I may serve the highest good of all in Jesus' almighty name, because we are deeply rooted and grounded with him. And being deeply rooted and grounded with him and being a child of God and being anointed with his authority, he's the only one that has the power to give you the authority to do certain things. And with him giving that to me, where it's resonating, where he gave that to me, I'm going to keep shining my light. I'm going to keep being grounded. I'm going to keep being there to help others and to bring the fruits of their labors in, right? Because I know how to sustain that stability, and look at how victorious it is. So no matter what people try to do, they can't knock down what God is bringing in or what God gives you. Okay, what's meant for you is meant for you, and nobody can take it. Okay, what else do we need to know, Father? What else do we need to know? Yeah, because look, you have that abundance, baby. Nobody can take your abundance, because all my needs are met by God. And collectives, all your needs will be met by God, okay? And it's all part of that healing process. When you have fully healed, the phenomenal healing energy that flows through you, through every cell of your body, that is God that's flowing through you. And why? He gives you this great passion to move forward and accept who you are and love yourself and love him in a much deeper. So it's being able to plant the beautiful seeds, right? Being able to blossom and yeah, and to have a new beginning. Why? Because you have great gratitude. It's being able to cherish the new beginnings, is being able to cherish all the life cycles that are thrown at you, right? Because look, no matter how hard things get, you're going through the cycle of changes, right? The trees, they lose their leaves and they bud new leaves, right? New beginnings, right? So it's about being able to cherish the cycles in your life and understand that when you have gratitude for what God has given you and you're deeply rooted and grounded with him, it's the most glorious time to be alive, to thrive, and have that grateful feeling of that happy and harmonious life with the new beginnings. Okay, what else do we need to know, Father? Thank you. Yeah, what did I say? This is confirmation. So to the people who don't, how do I say, don't let your thoughts, your fears, your illusions and stuff hold you back. Okay, surrender it to God. Why? Because I said what's meant for you is meant for you. This is confirmation. He says he's handing you the success. You are the star, you are the light, and there's gifts and talents that you have that there's a lot of people that are jealous and envy of you. But the success that he has given each and every one of us, it fills our life in more ways beyond than we can even imagine, right? And I'm seeing him go like this. And he wants you to, how is he saying that? He wants you to expect the most unexpected expectations, because he can show you. He can show you. All right. So now with this, it's being able to be abundant. Okay, he's saying two more. All right, what do we need to know, Father, before we get to the, yeah, what did I say? Be that beacon of light, because your unconditional love Look at the choppy waters. No matter how bad somebody wants to rock your boat, God's going to pull you right out. I'm hearing, wait on the water, fire in your eyes. That's the passion, and it falls right under passion. Yeah, because you are that radiant reflection of God, right? And that's why these new beginnings are coming to you, because you're seeing things from a different perspective and you're focusing now because you are the star. God is having you focus, and your divine light is saying that, listen, that you're focusing on all of your thoughts and directing them towards your highest good, to your better version of yourself, of who you're meant to be. And you're doing that. You're co-creating that with God. And there's nobody that can change that. So if there's people who, are jealous and envy of you, who are cutting you down, trying to create conflict, wish them well on their journey, okay? Don't engage in negative activity with them. Don't engage, with having to stick up for yourself and everything, because God says the better person is the one who turns the cheek, right? And focuses on the new beginning, because he's going to bless you. The one who engages in that devilish energy, that the agent or the messengers, and engages in that, you're going to see that your success is coming to a standstill because you're not staying grounded. Okay, you need to rise above. You need to be that phoenix and rise above. You need to have that passion and that drive to let your light shine, showing, hey, you can go ahead and cut me down all you want. You can say whatever you want, because I know that tongue is a muscle, and I know that tongue can be more hurtful than physically striking somebody on an emotional level. But you surrender that to God, and guess what? He is the master healer. He is the one that can take that and transmute that into something more better, so that you have your success. And that's how you have this phenomenal healing energy that flows through you, because you know that everything that somebody does to you, you be that phoenix and rise above it, because what's going to happen is God's going to reward you. Why? Because you have great gratitude of what God is showing you. And when you do that, he gives you the abundance. He makes the fruits of your labor come in, right? And he helps you plant new seeds. Well, he puts the heat on somebody else, okay? Because don't think they're going to get by with what they're doing, okay? I'm hearing a gentleman come in and saying, oh, she's trying to be a copycat. Be a copycat. Watch out. She's trying to copycat your stuff. Sir, I don't care who's trying to copycat. The thing is, she has her own free will. When it's turned over, God's going to see what she's doing, that she's not being her true authentic self. She's not standing in her power. So therefore, I transmute it over to him. I wish that person well on their journey. That's all I can do, because I will always have the new beginnings, because I can focus and I still shine my light as I have the passion to move forward into my success, knowing that God is handing me every tool that I need, every resource that I need, because I am completely healed. Nobody can stop me. As you see, this card, she is fully submerged in purple, which is the crown chakra, with God guiding her every step of the way. And that's why she has great gratitude for all the cycles in life, right? She cherishes all cycles in her life, whether it's bad, good, or indifferent. It's being able to embrace all of it and have the intelligence to have a greater understanding, which makes it a phenomenal healing energy when you can transmute all of that. And it's just like, how did they say it? God says, don't even use that. Okay, so I won't. But the thing is, you transmute it, and you're being that bigger person. Sometimes, like he's saying, it's even in the Bible, to turn your cheek, okay? And if they hit you on that cheek, turn to the other cheek. Why? Because he's watching. He's seeing what's going on, and they will not get away with it. And so when he says that he's going to put the heat on, yeah, this is broken down in the angel mastery to the God force. The God force is going to put the heat on. Okay. He sees that you're sitting back minding your own business. He sees that you're sitting back going through the changes, making the things that you need to do, earth signs, okay, that you're staying deeply rooted and grounded and you're planting your seeds, okay, and everything's coming into fruition. You go back into reflection and you say, hey, okay, I see why this happened because I had to do this, this, and this. Okay, so you're ascending to a different level by rising like that phoenix, right? Because you have that passion to follow God's divine guidance. All right. So now that we've got that message that needed to come out for that, now we are going to get some channeled messages from some kindred loved ones who are crossed over. These, I'm giving you the trigger warning right now that the messages come through. These are from crossed over loved ones. And they don't have to be an earth sign, okay? But you as the individuals, it's all about staying grounded and paying attention to the messages and take what resonates with you and release. Don't try to pack certain information into yours or try to analyze it, that where does this fit into my divine path? Where does this puzzle piece fit in? Don't do that. What's meant for you is meant for you. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, drop it off right away. Why? Because if you try to make something fit, it's almost like taking a shoe and trying to fit a shoe on that doesn't fit. There's going to be a repercussion. You're going to get a blister. You're going to have sore feet, right? It's the same spiritually. If you take something that is not yours, you're carrying the burden and you're carrying the cross for somebody else, God said. You're carrying the cross for somebody else. Okay? So let's get this shuffled up here. Ooh, I'm getting a tingly feeling. Okay. Okay, so this woman suffered a lot of headaches towards the end of her crossing over. A lot of headaches, a lot of eye problems. Okay, one more shuffle. Oof. Okay, yeah. So this woman that is coming through, for the longest time, she wondered why her friends gravitated towards her always for the advice. Well, the thing is she was on the fence because she believed that this type of message was some type of voodoo. And no, it's God's higher calling to get the messages from him, to get the visions. Okay. So what do we need to know? This woman had headaches. Okay. All right. I understand now. Because emotionally, she was feeling other people's feelings. And that's why they would gravitate to her, because she would absorb their emotions and the things that they were going through. And what she's showing me is she showed them unconditional love no matter what. Yeah, but okay. And this one says, there is no time where I am. Time is only on earth. Okay. Yes, this goes back to in the Bible where God says, we don't have the same watch. I, as the Lord, makes it happen, right? And time is fluid. So whenever somebody comes across these messages, don't think because it was a year or two ago that it's not for you. No, if that message pops up in front of you, there's something in that message that fits in your puzzle piece in the here and now, because in heaven, there is no time. There is no time. Okay. All right. What else do we need to know? Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. Now, okay. So, somebody has been emotionally crying these last couple days, or within the last month. Their emotions have been triggered where you're finding yourself crying. Like, I'm hearing, even watching a show, you start crying. Okay. And the thing is they want you to know that the tears cleanse your soul. Okay. Because that is your body expressing what you verbally can't put out of the pain and hurt that you're feeling. So your soul is releasing them tears because you can't speak of it, or you don't want to speak of it, because there's so many memories that hurt about this person leaving that you don't want others to see you emotionally, because you may think that they see you as weak, but really they see you as unconditional and very loving and very empathic, because your soul is releasing things that you can't speak of. They're saying it is very beautiful where I am. Oh, nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in. Um, it's very beautiful where I am, okay? So they're not having to see, they're not, okay, so what this woman is saying, it is so different up here, because now looking down, I see things from a different perspective, what's going on in the world. At that time, she says, as I was always complaining of the different things, but now I see God's divine plan. And with that, everything is so beautiful now. I see the beauty in everything because I'm seeing it from a different perspective. I'm not down on the 3D playground anymore. She says, I'm being able to see the beauty in everything. Okay. And she's getting choked up right now. She's getting choked up right now because she says, I didn't have money to go and be able to go on vacations, and I didn't have the extra money. She said, I worked my butt off just to make sure that I was paying the bills and feeding my child, and that's it. Okay. But she's saying emotionally, emotionally, she's coming in. Yes, good day to you too. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate you. And she's saying emotionally, let your body release it, because it just shows how much you love me. It shows how much you care. And if you look at it where the bigger drops are, this is 33. This is the master teacher. This is God saying, for your loved one, go ahead, let it be released. Okay. And I'm being called three. Yeah. So when you look at it, 3, 3, 3, 3, and your stability. So this is something very spiritual. And she's saying that you used to come to her and cry when certain things were happening, when certain things were going on, and you don't have anybody to do that now. Um, I'm hearing you can't do that with your dad, because then he doesn't think you're a man. You can't show emotions with your dad. Okay. So for whoever that resonates, just know that you're holding on to a lot of emotions that need to be released, and have it come from the heart space so that you can come into calmer waters. Okay. It's about being grounded. Okay. She's saying being grounded. Yes. And again, this came out again. We have been together in our dreams. Okay. So the thing is she's trying to show you something, that there's something more beautiful to life than what you're living right now. And it's not always going to be this way. You're not going to be living in poverty. Okay. She says, listen, we've lived in poverty all our life. We have struggled and scrambled for food and to pay our bills. And sometimes I would starve myself just so you could eat, son. But just know, look at, God is there guiding us. Things are different now because I am seeing things from a different perspective, and things are more beautiful. And I'm your guide. I can guide you. I have that passion to guide you to be down the right path, because I can see what lies ahead of you. Spiritually, you know too, because I'm giving you the nudges. God's giving you the nudges. And she says, I'm so proud of you because you've turned more to God. And so therefore, you're being able to telepathically hear them communications. Subconsciously, you're seeing it in your dream state, because now you're writing a whole different story of your life. You're in a whole new chapter. And when they're showing me this, it is saying that, look, in this new chapter of your life, you're over here. You don't see what's going on over here. You don't know, because it's a mystery, right? But in this new chapter, you're writing a whole new story, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. I'm hearing things are going to be so different. I'm hearing that she liked lilacs. She liked lilacs. The smell of lilacs, that lavender, luscious lavender lilac smell. Okay. Now, this is for take for whoever resonates for. She's saying, listen, it's not your fault, son. Stop blaming yourself. Stop feeling guilty. You did everything that you could. Okay? With the means that you had, you did everything you could, son. Stop feeling guilty. You did the best for me that you could. And I'm hearing that for the longest time, you were like left out in the cold. And look, there's another person right up here. Okay? So what that's telling me is that even though this other person is somebody that is like a distance away from you, okay? You were left out in the cold by this other person too. Um, but when it comes to, I'm hearing when it comes to the mother situation, you did everything you could within your means, okay? You did everything you could. But this person that walked away from you is because you were living in your old self. You were not doing things right. You were not living your truth. You were not being authentic. Oh, and she's saying, listen, okay, so she liked tulips also. Okay, I'm hearing she really liked tulips. She loves spring. Okay, spring was one of her favorite times for planting flowers and making it look beautiful and everything around it. Um, but she says, listen, I have no more pain. Emotionally, I am not hurting anymore. You're not seeing me suffer. You're not seeing me in and out of it anymore. You're not, I'm not dealing with any pain whatsoever. And look, I don't have to cry because I hurt anymore. The pain is gone. It's done. It's done. The pain is gone. Okay, what else do we need to know? What is the messages? What else? What other kindred love? Oh, beautiful. What did I say? This is confirmation about putting them puzzle pieces together when a video pops up and it may be a year ago or whatnot. There's something in that video that fits in your puzzle piece. This is confirmation. Okay? Because although you may not understand certain things that are happening for whatever reason at that very moment, them puzzle pieces are helping you see things from a different perspective, helping you see where you need to be. And you're building that puzzle so much more greater because you're putting the pieces together. You're taking the time and you're analyzing everything that's going on, all the beauty, all your pain, all the trauma that you've gone through. And I'm hearing, keep your focus. You keep your focus and stay grounded and keep being nurturing because that's who I raised you to be. Oh, and what did I say? Earth sign, stay grounded, right? Because you need to see the beauty in everything. Look, you need to see the beauty in everything. And your loved ones come through and said, I send you loving signs through nature all the time. Okay. And she's getting choked up because you used to take them little like white dandelions and you used to pop them, blow them, and something about a dandelion, you used to rub it on each other. Butterflies are very significant. She used to point out, oh, look at that butterfly. Oh, look at that butterfly. Okay, so that's very significant for somebody. Yeah, and she went through a lot of change. I'm hearing she went through a lot of change and transformation very fast. But just know she watches over you every single day with unconditional love. Unconditional love. What is that? Yeah, and look at, you're like hidden. Even though she's watching over you, you're hidden right down here because you don't have your mom to protect you like you did. You don't have your mom telling you, hey, that person's not good for you. And you'd be like, yeah, whatever, stop trying to run my life. And she said, no, I was just trying to protect you. I was just trying to protect you, son. But she watches over you every single day. Every single day. Yeah. See, what did I say? She will always point you in the right direction. She is your compass now, that she can see things from a different perspective, okay? Now that she can see, because you're at a true crossroads. I'm hearing you are at a true crossroads. Um and she's telling me this last 2 to 4 months, things have been kind of very hard for you, not only with relationships, but with the homesteading, where you're living, where you're going. You kind of feel lost, you kind of feel stuck and stagnant. um, you've struggled when it comes to the food, making money, you know, friends. But she's saying, even though that you're at this crossroads, don't give up. You need to stay focused, because you are that divine light, right? You are that beacon of light. And no matter how hard the choppy the waters are, she says, I never allowed you to give up on anything. I always made you persevere forward. I taught you how to persevere forward. Never give up, never surrender, she said. You understand me? She says, you understand me, son? And she's like tapping her finger down, and then she goes bam on the table, and she says, do you understand? We never give up. We stick together. We do it together. Okay? Because I'm hearing that you had a very tight bond. You guys used to joke around a lot. She used to cook you some chicken, or she used to cook you chicken or something like that, she's saying. Cook you chicken. Okay, what else do we need to know? Yeah, again, it came out. Same with the water signs. Okay, so I'm hearing, for a divine masculine, he lost his mom and dad shortly, in a short period with each other, and him and his brother kind of fell off the deep end with it. I'm hearing the youngest boy and the oldest boy. Okay, so for whoever this resonates for, um I'm hearing that things kind of fell off. The bond has like separated. You guys feel like you're alone now. I'm hearing the younger brother is now married, and he has gone through his losses, as the older brother is now divorced, and hearing that he's barely hanging on, he's homeless. Okay. And she says, I miss going to the casino. She's like, I miss going to the casino. Okay. And again, it came out for the water signs, is that, listen, she sees that it still causes you a lot of pain. Because she sees your thoughts. She sees everything that's going on. And she says she's pretty disappointed that your two sisters have treated you the way that they have. And then your two brothers, she says, that second son, which must be the middle son, she's like this. She's very disgusted in his behavior, okay? She says, when is he ever going to grow up? When is he ever going to stop doing this? He did this all this time, and he did his prison sentence, and here he is still doing it. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. He changes girlfriends, but it doesn't change. So for whoever that resonates with, this mother is pretty upset at the middle son. She's very proud of the older son and the younger son right now, of coming through. She's worried about the oldest daughter, who was in a car accident. And the second, okay, because there's the two daughters, they're showing me the two daughters, the two brothers, and then the son that she's talking about. And she's choked up because the second daughter, she cannot believe that she wouldn't even help her siblings. And they were raised, she says, she goes like this, they were raised family oriented. Family meant everything. But it's like, since I'm gone, since I'm in the ground, she pointed to the ground. Okay, so that she said that her urns are in the ground. But she said that since I'm in the ground, none of my kids are who they used to be. There's such division, and they need to heal that. They need to be there for each other. Just like I said on my deathbed when I was dying from the cancer, she said they needed to be together. So for whoever that resonates, just know that that mother's coming in and saying that. Yeah, look at here, confirmation. She's saying she wants you to remember the happy times. This is for all the collectives, all of your kindred loved ones want you to remember the happy memories that you created. Don't sit and dwell on the pain and suffering that you saw at the last of their time span before, you know, they crossed over with God. They want you to think about looking at their photos and remembering them happy times and the things that they taught you and the unconditional love that they gave you and the hard lessons. I'm hearing the hard lessons that I had to give, you know, my sons because they wouldn't shape up. So I couldn't let them live with me, you know. She's like, both of my oldest sons went to prison because they thought they knew it all. They thought they controlled everything. And she says that I was still there for them. She said I was still there for them, giving them their commissary. And she says, I'm sorry, please forgive me at the fact that I didn't come up there to visit you as much, but I sent you money. I made sure that you had everything because that's what a mother does. And she's also saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me that I had to leave you, that you had to watch me on that bed. Mm. Yeah, she suffered and she's showing me right down here on the left side. Down on the left side, adrenaline carcinoma, she said. Adrenaline carcinoma. Yeah, and she wants you to understand that when divine masculine, when you and your wife, before you divorced, um, when the conversation is come up as you were having family dinner, you guys had talked about what would you like to be reincarnated as if you come back? And she says, I don't believe in that shit. Well, guess what? Now she believes there's no such thing as death. She knows that God takes you into your next life, right? She knows that there's a bigger purpose, that God has a bigger plan for us. You see how that did? Did you see how that did that? It jumped up and went right between. Wow. She says, listen, don't think you're the only one. I'm learning new things over here too that are very emotional. She says, I'm learning answers to my childhood trauma that I now got the answers for because the people they were crossed over and I could never ask why, you know, or try to heal from it or confront it. But she says, I'm learning too. She says, and I'm learning about God's bigger plan for his kingdom. And she says, not only that, but I'm surrounded by the loving animals. And she's talking about a little black poodle looking dog. She's talking about a big white, big bird, she said, big bird. And there's two kitties. She said two kitties. Two kitties. She said one was an asshole. That Siamese looking one, you'd walk through the door and she says it would come at you and go and try to swat at you. But she said that little gray one, the little gray one was so cute and so cuddly. But she said that something about the little poodle dog, the little black poodle dog, the youngest son, had taken good care of that dog. I guess it went to go live with the youngest son, I guess, is what she's telling me. And he was just a baby. She said he was just a baby. He was like 22. Yeah. Look at confirmation. The earth is our school. Okay. This is the 3D playground that God's talking about. We are here as soul beings to do a mission for God. And it's time to get that ancient wisdom and knowledge. It's time to stay grounded. It's time to see the beauty in everything. It's time to be that unity, right? It's time to see that deeper meaning of what's going on. Because yeah, I'm hearing there is so much that is written that has not even been discovered yet. Because I'm hearing people don't want to take the time. But this is the 3D playground. And you guys are here living in this earthly school playhouse, is what I'm hearing, to find the bigger meaning of things. Yeah, look, confirmation. I'm not dead. I moved into my next life, and I'm hearing, I will see you again. We will be together again, is what I'm hearing. We will be together again. For somebody, this is saying that believe in yourself. You can do it. Take that big leap that you've been thinking about for the last, she's saying 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks. Yeah, last 2 weeks, you've been really thinking about taking this big leap of faith and really going back in. Yeah, because confirmation, their mind is now free, that they see the bigger picture that God has shown them. Okay? Yeah, there's so much more to the understanding. And I'm hearing there was light at the end of the tunnel. There was light at the end of the tunnel, and now I'm living a different life. Now I'm living a different life. What else do we need to know, Father, for the... Life is a series of choice. Choose love. Because, again, with the angel mastery number 133, it is your angels are coming in and saying that they love you, but it's because love is the essence, the pure essence of your soul, of that unconditional love. And that's what we're here to do, to stay balanced with the emotions, to see the beauty in everything, stay grounded, to reap the fruits of our labor. And for some of you, you spent a lot of time on the lake. Okay. I'm hearing a lot of time on the lake. And they just want you to know that every time that you're out there fishing and you're looking up at the sky, they want you to know that they're in a much better place, and they see that it is very beautiful where they are, and they're seeing it from a different perspective now. Okay, anything else, Father, that you want? Ancestors, the Takayashis. Yeah. So when this card comes out that we are so connected, okay, they want you to know that their 3D physical body may be gone, but their spirit is still here, being able to come in and communicate with you, even though that they've crossed over into their new mission with God for the new kingdom. You know, as you can see, still deeply rooted and grounded with the trees, right? It's having that clear connection, the DNA connection. And this is also broken down that there's 18 soul tribe members to your connection here on the 3D, and they didn't know that before. It's also saying that your tears cleanse your soul, so be able to release it and be able to put forth into that healing, to be able to connect with God and to connect with me. Yeah. So this one is saying, as a soul, I can be in several places at once now, because look, they're the angelic being, right? They have that capability to oversee everything and get the messages that need to be given, because now they have the freedom to see things in a different perspective. Now that they're in the kingdom with God, guess what? They're seeing it from a different perspective. So that's beautiful. That is really beautiful. All right, let's get a spirit animal card and see what else look, there's that kitty. Claim your independence, people, for that great stability. If you want that stability, you need to stay deeply rooted and grounded. You need to work through them past pains, hurts, and traumatics, so that you can take that leap of faith like the grasshopper. Grasshopper, you come near a grasshopper, what do? They take that leap of faith, right? They don't stick around for you to try to touch them or pick them up. No, it's time for you to take that leap of faith. Yeah, it is. So one more shuffle here, and then we'll see what Mother Earth Gaia wants to come out and say with the animal spirit totems. Okay, for the deeper sage and shaman healing. Yeah, the whale spirit. This is your divine path. Take a deeper dive. Okay, God is holding your hand. Okay, He's there with you, and trust in the great mystery, because even though this mysticism of not knowing where you're going or what you're doing or how deep things can get, trust in the great mystery that God has the divine plan. He is the co-creator. He is the master creator. And it doesn't matter. The more you dive deep, the more healing that's going to come out, right? Thank you, Father. All right. What else do we have here? Yeah. Again, that loyalty. Not only that loyalty to yourself, but this is you as the angelic being. You're being able to be loyal to what you love and who you love. And it's that representation that when you follow and love God and be on the willful righteous path, that loyalty is going to shine, right? Because He's going to be able to give you the wolf spirit. You're not going to be the wolf in sheep's clothing. He's saying divinely, you're going to be that wolf who's going to be able to use your third eye intuition to have that divine guidance, to have that stability, to turn all of your knowledge into this great wisdom so that you know exactly what you need to do on your path. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, and the koi fish. Look, go with the flow, baby. Go with the flow with that spiritual enlightenment, because there's always enough where you're going. There's always the nutrients, there's always the resources, no matter where you go. Even if and I'm hearing, even if you are spiritually nudged to move, okay, you're going to be able to go with the flow. It's all about that healing. It's all about the abundance, right? Yeah, look, the vulture. Okay, so some of you could be seeing the synchronicity, 36 and 63. This is telling you that there's endings and beginnings, okay? So you have to complete these cycles. You have to end one thing in order for a new thing to start, because a vulture does not waste anything, right? So nothing in this life is wasted. Everything is a learning tool. Everything is a spiritual learning guidance. Everything is a learning tool to know exactly where the puzzle pieces fit for you to be able to ascend and evolve into the greatest version of you, right? Okay, what else do we need to know, please? Yeah, the beaver. Okay, this is the unconditional love. Working very hard to turn your knowledge into wisdom. It's also about laying that solid foundation so that even the highest pressure of any emotions or anything that comes in will not knock your foundation down. Okay, it's having that deep connection to have that loyalty of what you love and know what is right for you. Because look, God says, be in the here and now. It's time to heal from the past. It's be loyal to God and be in the here and now, because it's that sweet nectar of life, right? It's being able to, and I'm seeing the honeysuckles. So some of you could be picking honeysuckles and eating off the ends of that sugary honeysuckle. But this is you being in the here and now, trusting your divine path, trusting this great mystery, taking a deeper dive and knowing. Did you see that? That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna take them like this. All right. Is trusting that great mystery. Why? Because look, the otter, you are never alone. This is God saying, listen, you are never alone, my child. I'm watching over you at all times. There's no way that you will ever be alone. Look, the cow is one of the most spiritual animals in the Bible of the unconditional love, right? And this is you not only being able to see that God provides for you, but knowing that the miracles are endless, knowing that He stands in His power, right? But because of the fact that with the wasp that has come into you here lately and has made you not be in the here and now, it has made you go back into the past and, really configure things and not really have that loyalty. Just know that you're now feeling that sting of the past things that you did because you're evolving into a higher version of you. So that guilt comes up and you have to transmute them feelings, okay? Because you have the flamingo, right? The flamingo is all about that abundance of being able to embrace as above, as below, and you are that bridge in between, right? It's being able to stay grounded, but to get the messages from spirit and have that passion, have follow the instincts to turn that knowledge into wisdom so that you can lay that solid foundation of where it needs to be laid down because it's a bird. I'm hearing birds of a feather flock together, right? Yeah, and look at here's the parrot. Okay, so some of you are saying because this falls under the koi fish and the vulture, this is the synchronicity 36 and 63, which is the endings and beginnings. Okay, so here's the thing, this is confirmation that with the koi fish there's always enough, and right now you were so materialistic that you weren't getting enough, you were in your ego. Okay, you weren't wanting to see, so you started using words that were hurtful to people and you started lying and manipulating and deceiving them, right? But you did it for a reason, right? Because the vulture is about nothing in this life is wasted, right? You did it for a reason because you had to heal a certain component, but you need to watch your words. You need to watch your words. The parrot is all about watching your words. And with the antelope, okay, it's trusting and believing that now that you're seeing, and some of you could be seeing 999, which is evolving to that next level, having that evolution. So for them to fall on top of each other like that, that is beautiful, but it's just know that life is speeding up now. Things are going to transform. Some of you in these last couple of days have had a major epiphany when it comes to certain things, and you're not judging anybody, but you're speaking your truth on what you know or what you've been taught or the knowledge that you've turned into your wisdom. Okay, but look, there's that ego seeing things from a different perspective, having the new beginnings, right? And knowing that spirit has your back no matter what, that you are never alone, that you will always be taken care of. So stay grounded. Okay, for some of you, you could be seeing 888. Okay, so then we have the fox spirit. And the thing is a fox who has changed its sinful ways and who has come into the willful righteousness of God can now see that instead of being deceptive and manipulating to people and deceiving them in certain ways, now they see it in a different perspective where they can think on their feet. They're watching their surroundings, they're surveying and everything, right? They're paying attention. And why is that? Because with the squirrel, this is broken down to the God force, that you're believing in yourself now. You're believing in God. You're believing that you and Him are a oneness and you're spiritually, divinely guided because you're grounding yourself more. You're seeing things from a different perspective, a higher spiritual level. Okay. And I'm hearing because you're the star. You're becoming the star that God wanted you to be, right? And being that star means that you're going to be open to infinite possibilities because God is going to show you that He will give you that abundance as long as you do your healing and have that great passion, he will always give you a new beginning, because he is a man of forgiveness, right? He is a man who forgives, as long as you're doing the work, right? But you have to have great gratitude, being deeply rooted and grounded. You have to have great gratitude for our Father, knowing that he is helping you and your kindred loved ones are helping you. That is a very beautiful message that came out. Very beautiful. Okay, so I have a gentleman coming through, and he's saying, for the longest time, I mean, I paid for you kids, but for the longest time I stayed away from you. For the longest time I worked my tail to the bone. I did everything, and the weekends that I could come home and stay home for a day or two, it was like I wanted to be the king. I wanted to be waited on hand and foot, and I wanted to go fishing, go fishing. And he's saying that he wanted you to stop and think. Okay, stop and think. What do we need to know with the stop and think? Yeah, because it's about the new beginnings. He wanted you to be ready for adventure, ready for change, ready for the new blessings, ready for the new beginnings, and ready for the new opportunities. So he wanted you to stop and think. This is the deck that I co-created with God and the angels. Okay, he wanted this for you, even though he acted like he didn't care and he wasn't always there for you. You spent a lot of time with your mother more than your father. Okay, he says, you're at the top of my mind, and I can't stop thinking how I treated you. Okay, and this is for somebody else, for another collective. It says, I want to commit to you and love you for you like you loved me for me, and I was too blind to see. And this is spiritually the assurance that you are on the right path. Stay grounded and meditate and pray to God. Why? Oh, 444. Some of you could be seeing 444. This is the celestial team of angels that are reminding you that you are very powerful and that you possess certain gifts, skills, and talents. Okay. And this is a divine feminine speaking this to a divine masculine, or vice versa. Take the energy how it resonates. I love your smile, your giggle, and it rings to my soul. You are the only one that I know after my mom let go. Okay, what else do we need to know? Yeah, start making the effort. Okay, and this is, some of you, this is about being deeply rooted and grounded. Okay, spending time out in nature. You get a deeper connection. Okay, and it says the sun, you hold the forces of the sun, and your creativity shines because God is the creator, and he gives you that wall of protection that can never be broken. Okay, and the last three messages that I'm getting right now, because like I said, I made this deck, but the messages that are coming out, stop trying to control and let it flow so it can grow. Okay, and it says divine masculine, you are one God made just for me. Divine timing, have faith and trust and believe that true love will come to find you. Don't go searching for it until you fix the one that you hurt the most. And it's not me laying on my bed. It's that girl that made you smile from the soul. And this one says, let's have a heart to heart, soul to soul conversation. No more hiding. It's time to come true. So that is the beautiful messages. Please hit the like, the share, and the subscribe, and the little notification bell. If anybody wants to donate, you don't have to, but if you want to donate for anything, it's down in the description. You are so welcome, Luana. Thank you for always being here, sister, and being a great support for me. You know, I love you for being here and being the unique individual that you are. You're extraordinary and phenomenal. I appreciate everybody that's been on here. Again, this is messages for the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I'm going to take grounding intermission here, and I'll be back on in maybe about an hour, about 4 p.m. Then we'll do the heavenly messages for the fire signs, which are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then we'll do the air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, so you guys have a beautiful little rest, get something to eat if you need, bathroom breaks, and I'm coming on with 2 more videos, so it'll be fire signs next. Sending lots of love and light. I greatly appreciate all of you. I hope you have a terrific Tuesday, and we're here to pick each other up and be the pillars of strength and help that healing process to ascend to higher levels to our best version of us. Sending you lots of love and light and blessings, peace, and I will see you here on the fire signs. Thank you so much.